Have you ever stopped and wondered what the cuisine of a civilization that lasted for thousands of years might have been like? Egypt, a land we recognize for its pyramids, pharaohs, mythology, and mysterious history, is not only rich because of its geography, but also incredibly rich in its culinary culture. Today, we are embarking on a delicious journey together, from ancient Egypt to the modern streets of Cairo. If you're ready, let's begin exploring this unique cuisine nourished by the endless Nile River. Egyptian cuisine is one of the oldest and most deeply rooted culinary traditions in the world, with a history spanning thousands of years. From ancient times to the present day, this cuisine has largely developed thanks to the fertile lands provided by the Nile River. The river's regular flooding made agriculture possible and directly shaped the dietary habits of the Egyptian people. In ancient Egypt, the foundation of nutrition was bread and beer. Bread was consumed in almost every meal, while beer was an essential part of daily life. In fact, it is known that workers, especially those who built the pyramids, were sometimes paid in bread and beer as wages. In addition to this, foods such as onions, garlic, lentils, dates, and figs were very common. Meat consumption, however, was mostly reserved for the wealthy and elite, while the general population relied heavily on vegetables and legumes. Yes, Egyptian cuisine has not only been shaped by geography and agriculture, but also significantly influenced by wars, trade, and cultural interactions throughout history. In fact, many of the dishes we see in Egyptian cuisine today are the result of these historical processes. First and foremost, the most fundamental factor is the Nile River. Thanks to it, Egypt was able to sustain agriculture without experiencing major famines, allowing its cuisine to develop steadily. However, the most significant changes came from external influences. In ancient times, the Persian conquest of Egypt was one of the first major turning points affecting Egyptian cuisine. The Persians introduced the use of spices and certain cooking techniques, leading to more aromatic flavors in the cuisine. Later, with the conquest of Egypt by Alexander the Great, Greek influence began to emerge. During this period, the use of olive oil became more widespread, and fish and seafood were more systematically incorporated into the diet. Increased urbanization also led to the development of market culture and greater culinary diversity. During the Roman period, when Egypt was annexed by the Roman Empire, it became the empire's grain supply center. This led to increased grain production and a wider variety of bread. At the same time, trade goods from different parts of the Roman world made the cuisine more cosmopolitan. In the Middle Ages, one of the most significant influences came with the Arab conquest of Egypt. This period brought a major transformation to Egyptian cuisine. The use of spices increased, and ingredients such as rice, sugar, and citrus fruits became more common. Many cooking techniques and recipes still used today date back to this era. Later, with the Ottoman conquest of Egypt, Egyptian cuisine became closely intertwined with Ottoman culinary traditions. Dishes such as stuffed vegetables, pastries, and kebabs became more prominent. The dessert culture also developed significantly, with syrup-based sweets becoming widespread. In the modern era, events like Napoleon's campaign in Egypt brought the country into closer contact with Europe. As a result, some Western culinary techniques and approaches gradually entered Egyptian cuisine. Beyond wars, trade routes have also played a crucial role. Egypt has long served as a bridge between Africa, the Middle East, and the Mediterranean, allowing spices, grains, and diverse culinary traditions to flow into the region. Coming to the present day, Egyptian cuisine has continued to evolve while preserving its historical roots. One of the most well-known dishes is koshari, made from rice, pasta, lentils, and chickpeas, topped with tomato sauce and fried onions. Another important dish is ful medames, made from mashed fava beans mixed with olive oil, lemon, and garlic, typically eaten for breakfast. Tamea, the Egyptian version of falafel, is made with fava beans instead of chickpeas, giving it a distinct flavor and appearance. Meat consumption is more common today, with chicken and lamb being the most preferred types. Thanks to the Nile River, fish is also an important food source. Tilapia in particular is widely consumed and is usually grilled or prepared with spices. Desserts also hold an important place in Egyptian cuisine. Basbousa is a semolina-based dessert often topped with almonds. Kunafa is made with shredded pastry filled with cream or cheese and served with syrup. Popular beverages include hibiscus tea and sugarcane juice. Having been influenced by many different cultures throughout history, Egyptian cuisine carries traces of Ottoman, Arab, and Mediterranean culinary traditions. For this reason, it combines both rich, spicy flavors and simpler tastes. In conclusion, Egyptian cuisine is not just about food, it is a reflection of a deep-rooted history, cultural interactions, and geographical conditions. Even today, it continues to preserve and carry forward this rich heritage.